when we got married and we went to our honeymoon the next day, we decided for our honeymoon that it would be a disconnected honeymoon, meaning no computers, no cell phones, just being able to pour into each other, plan out what our family life would look like, what type of parents we want to be, what type of spouse we want to be, so really just pour into each other. And so again, no phones, but at the time, Charlie's assistant gave Charlie a bat phone for emergencies, so there was only emergency phone numbers on this phone.
For years, people looked at Erika and Charlie Kirk's honeymoon like it was the start of some flawless conservative fairy tale. But everything started shifting once Charlie's own sister allegedly began exposing what was really going on behind closed doors. Suddenly, that perfect couple image didn't hit the same anymore. When people went back and listened to the honeymoon story again, the details stopped sounding sweet and started feeling seriously awkward.
I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another. So it goes twofold here. So if you're expecting to marry someone that I was blessed with, like a Charlie, you have to be the type of woman that will attract a Charlie. Are you going to church? Are you going to Bible study?
A lot of viewers now believe Charlie may have picked up on troubling signs about Erika way earlier than the public ever realized. And once people started linking Erika's old stories, the growing family drama, and the claims Mary allegedly brought up later, that honeymoon story took on a completely different vibe. It started sounding less like a happy honeymoon story and more like the exact moment Charlie realized something wasn't fully adding up.
When we arrive, we go straight to the gym, because that's what we did. And I'm on one side of the gym, Charlie's on the other, and then all of a sudden, I was thinking he pulled out the bat phone. And I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna put on some music. He loved classic rock. I was like, maybe he's gonna put on some music. So I'm on the treadmill, he's over in the weights, and all of a sudden I hear Dr. Arn's voice coming from the side of the room. And so I walk over to him, and I was like, baby, what are you listening to? He goes, I know. He was like, I'm almost done. He's like, I have to finish just a few more lectures from Dr. Arn. I have a few more certificates I have to get from my online courses at Hillsdale. We're almost there. I can't skip him. I was like, baby, you do what you got to do.
That's why so many people are paying attention now, because the criticism around Erika allegedly isn't just coming from random gossip accounts online anymore. People believe it's now connected to Charlie's own family, and that changes everything fast. Internet rumors are one thing, but when family members allegedly start creating distance behind the scenes, people notice immediately. Over the last few months, viewers have been spotting what they believe is growing tension between Erika and Charlie's inner circle, especially his sister, Mary. According to online speculation, Mary allegedly became uncomfortable with how Erika handled Charlie's public image after his passing. And that's what really started raising eyebrows online. And once people started noticing that tension, they began looking at old clips in a completely different way, especially the honeymoon story. What once sounded romantic suddenly had viewers questioning the deeper meaning behind it all.
And you can see from behind me, this is a recreation of the tent where Charlie Kirk lost his life at Utah University in September, and people are taking selfies with it.
I can't. I cannot. I am not capable of whatever that. When I saw this, I realized I do not know enough words. I had to consult a thesaurus, and I still could not land upon the correct adjective to describe.
Erika had previously told audiences that she and Charlie wanted a fully disconnected honeymoon with no social media, no distractions, and no outside noise. Just the two of them focusing on marriage and planning their future together. She later repeated that same story again while giving a speech after receiving an honorary degree in Charlie's honor, which only brought even more attention back to those old comments online. At first, the story came across as cute and harmless, but then Erika added one detail that completely changed the whole mood. According to Erika, Charlie still carried what she described as a bat phone for emergencies, even during their honeymoon.
How I felt when I saw that tent, people taking selfies under a recreation. I don't know if it's actually the tent. It looks like it's pretty old, or a tent that Charlie died under. That's what was happening at AmFest. Horrified. I was aghast. I don't think I ever described myself as aghast. I was aghast. It was ghastly to look at that and to realize that they made a conscious decision to allow that to happen. To what end?
But what really caught people's attention was her claim that Charlie allegedly spent part of that trip listening to lectures connected to Larry Arnn and Hillsdale courses instead of being fully focused on his new wife. The crowd laughed when she told the story at the time, but online reactions look very different now. Ever since Charlie's sister allegedly hinted there may have been deeper problems happening behind the scenes, viewers started rewatching those clips with fresh eyes. A lot of people began asking the same question. Why did Charlie already seem mentally distant during what was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of his life? That's the moment where the whole narrative reportedly started changing for a lot of people online. Viewers stopped seeing it as some funny newlywed story and began looking at it like the first obvious crack in the marriage. What really made people uncomfortable was the timing, because critics now believe Charlie may have noticed certain contradictions in Erika much earlier than the public realized, especially after older parts of her past started resurfacing online.
Back in 2013, Erika Kirk, or rather Erika Fronsby, because that's her maiden name, was dating a basketball player named Joshua Harrelson. Joshua Harrelson's Twitter handle is @BigGeorge55. That is a crazy Twitter handle. Anyways, how do I know this? How do I know that they dated? Well, despite Erika deleting all of her old posts and pictures and privating her old accounts, many people commented underneath her posts, and those comments underneath her posts are still visible on Twitter. For example, this tweet from November 11th, 2013, @Erika Fronsby @BigGeorge55. It's the best when it's like that. Everything is just practice until the one.
For years, Erika publicly promoted an image built around discipline, modesty, and traditional values. She often spoke against certain modern lifestyles, warned women about today's culture, and presented herself as someone who lived very differently before meeting Charlie. But then social media users started digging through older content, and suddenly the internet was flooded with old clips and screenshots again. People began resurfacing archived reality TV appearances, older social media posts, and past interviews that sparked nonstop debate online. That's when viewers really started questioning whether the public image matched the full story being presented. Things that people claimed Erika had denied suddenly became a huge topic of public discussion. And once viewers started lining up old clips, posts, and timelines side by side, the conversation reportedly shifted fast.
You let it roll right off your back, and this is what's so beautiful about this moment, because if the internet wants to clip it, who cares? I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord, and words are words, but I know her heart, and it doesn't even matter. And you say what you want to say because I know your heart. I do not judge that.
Sister. Thank you.
It stopped being about whether Erika had a past and became about why so much effort allegedly went into reshaping or rewriting parts of that story in the first place. That's when the talk around image control really started blowing up online. Critics pointed to deleted web pages, disappearing bios, old footage becoming harder to track down, and details that people felt no longer matched earlier timelines. Then the Romanian Angels controversy entered the spotlight and pushed the speculation even further. Internet users revisited Erika's charity work in Romania, and although the organization publicly described itself as humanitarian outreach, online discussions reportedly turned more intense once people started questioning missing details, old connections, and resurfaced interactions tied to Erika's past. None of the major allegations connected to these online discussions have been proven. But once people start believing someone may be hiding parts of their public image, every unanswered question suddenly feels much bigger.
I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about like glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
According to viewers following the situation closely, Charlie's sister Mary allegedly became one of the first people close to the family to quietly push back against Erika's public narrative, and that immediately got people talking online. That's why so many viewers now think the honeymoon story matters more than it first seemed. If Mary is allegedly exposing cracks publicly today, people are wondering whether Charlie may have privately noticed those same issues years earlier during the marriage. And the deeper internet users dig into the story, the stranger the family dynamic reportedly starts to look. There have also been rumors and online reports claiming Charlie's parents may have been connected to leaked conversations and recordings that Erika allegedly did not want becoming public, adding even more tension and speculation surrounding the family behind the scenes. If those rumors were true, people believe this would go way beyond simple family tension.
What I've learned the most in these past 3 months is that my husband, he deeply mattered on a multitude of levels, so much so that it proved even more once he was assassinated. How much of a peacemaker he was.
It would mean individuals inside Charlie's own family may allegedly want the public to view Erika in a completely different light. That possibility alone reportedly changed how many viewers started interpreting everything that happened after Charlie's death, especially Erika's growing visibility inside the political movement. Instead of quietly stepping away from the spotlight, Erika became even more public, more vocal, and more politically active, and critics online immediately noticed the contrast. While Erika spoke publicly about grief, faith, marriage, and preserving Charlie's legacy, some viewers claimed certain moments felt unusually staged or overly polished for public attention. One of the biggest controversies people pointed to was the backlash surrounding the AmFest event. After reports circulated online that a recreation of the tent where Charlie died had allegedly been displayed publicly, reactions exploded fast. Some people defended it as a tribute to honor his memory, while others believed it crossed a deeply uncomfortable line and turned a tragic moment into a public spectacle.
Despite the devastating loss of Charlie Kirk, my incredible husband at UVU, Caleb has persisted with the same gift. Grit. It has been a long day. Trust me, you're not a grifter, honey. It's all good.
And according to online speculation, Charlie's sister, Mary, allegedly viewed the situation very differently from Erika, which only added more heat to the growing rumors surrounding the family. That's when people on the internet seriously started questioning whether Erika and Charlie's relatives were even on the same page anymore, because every new public appearance seemed to create even more questions instead of calming things down. Viewers began closely analyzing Erika's speeches, interviews, and even her body language during events. One moment that reportedly drew major attention happened while she was hosting a TPUSA event. Critics online claimed Erika appeared upbeat, glowing, and energetic rather than visibly subdued, and that immediately sparked debate. She also publicly praised and expressed admiration for Nicki Minaj during the event, which stood out to viewers because Charli had previously criticized the rapper and described her as a negative influence. According to speculation online, that moment allegedly upset some people close to Charli's circle, including Mary. Even small verbal slips during public appearances suddenly became massive online discussions overnight.
Was until I hosted the first Trump rally in Trump rally history right here in Arizona in 2015. I got a call from Miss Erika Kirk, Miss Arizona 2012. I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president.
People began replaying clips where Erika reportedly said her husband was assassinated in a way viewers interpreted as sounding oddly expected, and another moment where she accidentally said grift instead of grit while honoring his work. Those clips spread quickly because people were already viewing everything through a completely different lens by that point. Once the honeymoon story got dragged back into the conversation again, many viewers stopped seeing it as a harmless memory and started treating it like the beginning of a much larger pattern people believe had been visible for years. A husband who already seemed distracted, a wife critics claim was carefully shaping the public narrative, and a family that allegedly started creating quiet distance behind the scenes. That's the part of this story people online cannot stop discussing. Because if Charli's own sister is now allegedly pushing back against Erika years later, viewers naturally started wondering what Charli himself may have privately noticed while he was still alive. Some people questioned whether the honeymoon revealed a side of Erika the public never fully saw, while others wondered if Charli realized the image presented publicly didn't completely match reality. There's also speculation about whether the pressure surrounding their public lives may have already been creating cracks before the marriage had even fully settled in. Nobody can say for certain, but online discussions keep circling back to the same uncomfortable observation. One user summed it up by writing, "No tech on the honeymoon, but do online courses." And that comment quickly spread across social media as people debated the deeper meaning behind the story. "She tripped over her words there," one viewer wrote online as the clips continued spreading across social media. Another critic bluntly commented, "The whole honorary degree is such a useless scam." Then another person added, "Gym on the honeymoon, lectures on the honeymoon. I'm 65 years old, and this sounds like a made-up story. It gets worse every time she speaks." The reactions only became more intense as more old clips and public moments resurfaced online. One especially harsh comment claimed, "Yeah, she literally got rid of him and took his job to do things her way. Guarantee she never loved him." None of these accusations have been proven, but the growing wave of speculation has completely changed how many viewers interpret the honeymoon story today. What once sounded innocent now reportedly sounds suspicious to a lot of people following the drama online. And if it truly was just a harmless, newlywed moment, viewers keep asking why Charli's own family allegedly continues revisiting the same concerns years later. What do you think about all the speculation surrounding this situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because people believe this story is still unfolding.